Morning, Simon. Nice to see you again. Tonight, we're heading to Monaco for the Grand Prix, the iconic circuit on the F1 calendar. Every driver looks forward to this one and wants to take victory. You have won at this circuit before. Can you tell us what it takes to win this Grand Prix, and how does winning here compare to other circuits in a season?
Yeah, hi Danny. I think the key to winning Monaco is rhythm. There's 39 laps, I think, and when you do get into that rhythm, it's like you're an autopilot. You don't really worry about hitting any barriers. And the moment you do worry about hitting a barrier is the moment generally you do. I'd say the key to getting in that rhythm is probably only pushing to about 80% of what you normally would, just to keep that front wing out of any barriers. But in quali, you're going to need to push because you can't afford to be too far down the grid, especially with the chaos that generally happens in turn one and also on the first hairpin in sector 2. So you need to push 100% in quali, but if you do get a good quali position and you're in sort of like top 3, top 5, then just try and get into that rhythm. In terms of what it means to win at Monaco, I do think it's the most challenging track for drivers in the game. You have to be concentrated the whole time. It's got slow, tight corners, long, fast corners, tough traction zones, especially out of the last turn. So I do think that it tests all aspects of people's driving skill.
You won your first and only Monaco Grand Prix over a year ago now, and at that time Joker and Swantam had just started their careers and their first race was at the Monaco Grand Prix. How do you think battling them for a potential victory today would feel, bearing in mind obviously good friends with them and they started their careers at the time of your first victory at the iconic circuit? And also, how does it feel to now be competing in the championship with a fellow friend in Swanton?
Yeah, I remember very well the first time I won Monaco, which was about a year ago, and it was yours and Joker's first ever league race, and you were fairly new to the game as well, and I think your hardware you were using wasn't particularly great. I think from memory you was controller and Joker was on a wheel that had no force feedback. So to see where you've come from then into what you're doing now with also the championships you've won is quite a drastic change and quite incredible really. I would say probably you're about 2.5 seconds quicker a lap now, and it is a real challenge for the rest of the league will agree, a real challenge to sort of beat you to that top spot, but it's something that I'm hoping tonight in Monaco, as it's a strong track of mine, I can do that and take the lead for the championship tonight after an unlucky start. But I do hope that it stays this close for the remaining races because it is more enjoyable that way.
Thank you very much for your time, and we're coming to the end of the questions. Just a couple more just to end on, so we'll kind of roll on after each other. So who do you foresee being your challenge tonight in the race? Who do you see being your championship contender, whether it be one or multiple drivers that are going to be your biggest threat throughout the remaining calendar year? And also, you mentioned obviously preparation and stuff for this track and for this circuit is key. So what's one of the preparation techniques that you use, and also where do you think you can finish tonight? What will be considered a good finish for yourself and for Mercedes AMG Prerace Formula 1 team?
So firstly, with the prep work for Monaco, I do the same as all races. I don't get as much time as I'd like to anymore to do practice in time trial, but I pretty much just get a setup that I'm comfortable with in time trial, and then I tweak my tyre pressures and sometimes a diff in quali. That's about all I get really, just get familiar with the track. I would recommend for people though, if they've got the time, to do a quick race just to understand the strategy. It'll most likely be medium to hard from memory. In terms of where I'd want to be tonight, obviously strong track. I'll be disappointed if anything other than the win really, but I know I've been pretty bad in qualifying this season, so if I do get a poor qualifying, then I'll obviously be gladly to take any step on the podium. But yeah, hopefully I'm aiming for the win and nothing else tonight. Throughout the championship, I know yourself and Scornful Griffin will be right up there all the way through. Scorn's a very good driver. I've raced with him for a very long time. He's my teammate in TSL and I know what he can do, so he will be definitely up there. We've also got drivers like UJ and Hybrid who are very quick in this league, and if they can have a consistent race, they will be very good, and there'll be a challenge to beat today. I think Bunny Vengeance, if he does have his race debut tonight, knowing him from previous leagues, he's a very quick driver and he also loves Monaco, so I do think that if Bunny is racing tonight, he will probably be the main competition alongside yourself. And from a Mercedes point of view, my teammate Pivo has been doing a really good job. He's missed a few races due to other things going on in life, as that happens to us all. But he's back now, and I'm hoping he can do sort of get some good points in the Pro-Am league. And hopefully, I think we're third at the moment in the constructors, so if we can get a few more points and close the gap between yourselves, that would be great.
Thanks for your time and good luck tonight.